Why fix your relationship when you can just add another person to it? Because apparently drama multiplies faster than common sense. Let's dive into Seeking Sister Wife. This is kind of unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Seeking Sister Wives video, and we are on season 6, episode 6. So we begin this episode with Leah asking Jackie what her intentions are with Danny and Yesel. And she said that she wants to have something serious with them, something that she can build on, something that she can bring her daughter into. And Leah's like, yeah, that sounds great and all, but I still don't feel comfortable with you being around my son just yet. I got to get to know you a little bit more, which of course that's understandable. So after their conversation, then Yesel introduces Jackie to the rest of their friends and to his brother Joel. And Joel is skeptical. He's not sure about this whole polygamy thing. He's definitely not sure about Jackie. And he asked her, so what would you do if the family didn't accept you? And she was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't like that. It wouldn't make me feel good, but I would just keep trying. And he was like, he wasn't expecting that answer. So that like won her some points in his book, because I think that he's foreshadowing, because obviously he's not really here for it. But the fact that she's going to continue to try, because a lot of people, they would just be like, all right, they don't like me. Oh, well, I'm not going to be where I'm not accepted. So for her to say that she would keep trying, that was huge to him. You could tell. It kind of unarmed him a little bit. So then we catch up with Matt and Angelica, and Angelica says that she hasn't talked to Shanae in about a month, and she's feeling really guilty about the date that her and Matt went on, because she felt like she was cheating on Shanae. So her and Shanae are getting together and meeting up for lunch. So during the lunch, Shanae reads her the text that Matt sent to her, where he was basically like laying out all of his feelings, his emotions, and he was being vulnerable. And she said that this was the first time that she ever saw any of that emotion out of him. That was the first time that he ever was vulnerable with her. And I'm thinking, okay, so why didn't you respond? And she said she didn't respond because she felt like it wasn't enough. He wasn't doing enough. She wanted him to do some grand gesture, and he didn't do it. Then she asked Angelica, well, if I decide that I don't want to do this any longer, would you guys move on to another potential sister wife? And Angelica, I mean, she's already feeling guilty. So she's like, look, you got to ask Matt about that, because obviously she doesn't want to open that can of worms. And then Shanae says, well, I mean, if you guys were to do that, then I don't know if I would be able to remain friends with you. And that would like, it would basically hurt her. And obviously, I can understand why she wouldn't want to continue to be friends with Angelica. I think at that point, you wouldn't be able to be friends with her. But it also made me start to wonder if she never was talking to another guy at all, and she just said all of that to get Matt's attention and to get him to spend more time with her. And I could be reaching with that. That's just my thoughts, because that's kind of what it seems like. But I guess we'll find out. So then we get to Reese, and he is headed to a blind date. And this man is a nervous wreck. You would think that it was his first day on earth. It was insane. So he's meeting up with this blind date. It's one of Nikki's friends. Well, actually, it's her hairdresser. And when she gets there, he goes to like hug her. And she's kind of like, like a little too soon for that. Like, you don't know her. We don't need to be hugging. And it's just awkward from the beginning. And I mean, these two had nothing in common. They wanted completely different things. I mean, at one point, she asked him, have you ever slept with men? And he's like, no, I'm vanilla. He's like, I'm so vanilla that my wife says that I'm vanilla in bed. And she's looking like, sir. Then they go up there to get their ice cream, and she picks her flavor. She said she likes, I think she said she likes bubble gum or something like that. And he's like, I'm just going to choose vanilla. And she's like, I mean, why don't you be adventurous? Like, you're on a date, like, live a little, get something other than vanilla. And he's just like, no, I'm good with vanilla. That's what I like. And it's like, you can't even be adventurous with your ice cream flavor. This is crazy. Then he was asking her if she wanted more kids, and she said no, she doesn't want any more kids. And then she tells him that she thought that this was going to be a throuple situation and that she would be with him and Billie Jean. And he's like, no, you would only be with me. And I was like, this is a disaster. You guys need to cut this date short. And then they did, because it was going nowhere fast. It was insane. And then Reese is like, man, that might have been my only shot. We live in a small town. I don't know if I'll ever find another date or find another potential sister wife. And I'm thinking, you gotta expand your search outside of your town, because this wasn't it. It just wasn't it. So then we get to Nick's women, and they are doing a boudoir photo shoot for him. This was Teresa's idea. It was supposed to be a surprise for him, a calendar of the three ladies. And she wanted to do this because she felt like this would solidify her place in the family. And this would be like a bonding experience with her and the other two wives. And at first, it's going well. They're putting on their makeup, they're dressing up, and, they look great. And then she starts crying out of nowhere. And it's like, what's going on with her? And then come to find out, she's feeling insecure and she's feeling like she's not measuring up to April and Jen. And April says that this happens all the time with potential sister wives, where they feel like they can't compare to April and Jen because they are successful, they have successful careers, and they've been with Nick for so long that these women come in and they feel intimidated by them. And Teresa, I feel like she's just putting so much pressure on this relationship, and she's so infatuated with Nick, and she's really trying to rush things. And I need for her to chill out and calm down. There's a phrase that says, what you chase escapes. And that's what's going to happen if she keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. He's already told her that, hey, we were friends. I friend zoned you for so long. I'm trying to find these romantic feelings for you. And the harsh reality of this is that he may never find those feelings for her. And this is just a bad case of unrequited love, it feels like. But she's able to kind of pull it together and go ahead and take the photos. I mean, it looked like it turned out great from what we saw. I just think that she really needs to calm down, and she really needs to just let this play out how it's going to play out. So then we catch back up with Danny and Yesel, and Yesel is preparing to go out of town for work. So Danny is starting to feel a little bit anxious about Yesel leaving, because it'll just be her and Jackie together, and she's worried that Yesel is the glue and that things will fall apart when he's gone. And he's kind of feeling the same way, but he's only feeling that way because of the kid conversation. So he asked Danny again if she would reconsider him being able to have kids with another woman, and she says no, that's her non-negotiable. And he's like, well, I need you to broach this topic with Jackie while I'm away and kind of do it gently. And he's afraid that this conversation is going to make Jackie leave, and he's just really worried that when he comes back that the relationship won't be there any longer. So we end the night off with Matt preparing to go on a date. So he's all dressed up, he's got these flowers, and I'm thinking, well, who's he going out on a date with? He's found somebody else. No, he's going out on a date with Shanae. He says that going out with Marilyn really made him feel like he needed to step up his game with Shanae, and he talked at his job about changing his schedule around so that he could spend every other weekend with Shanae. So he goes to the date, and it's like at a train station or something, and he's waiting for her, and we basically end the night off with him still waiting on her. They're making it look like she's not going to show up. I'm pretty sure she's going to show up. We'll find out on the next episode. But that was pretty much it for this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more Seeking Sister Wives content, then please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the like.